This Q&A video is sponsored by Betterhelp.com/Flickinger. All right. Hey there, guys. I think we're in focus, maybe. It's been a while. It's been a while since we've made a Q&A video on this channel, and I don't know why. I was in a very dark, weird place, and I'm going to talk more about that momentarily. But I love Q&A videos. They're so cathartic. I love answering your questions. I get to connect with you guys. It's pretty much the reason I started YouTube, because I was a lonely dude living in my parents' basement, and I just wanted more friends who understood me, and you guys do that. So without further ado, let's dive into your questions for the Q&A, and I asked you guys to ask me video questions on Snapchat at the Flickpic. That's down below if you want to follow me on Snapchat. And I'm going to show your faces here in my video because I like to look at you as you ask me questions. It makes me feel warm and tingly inside. Don't get scared now. So here we go. I'm always afraid to push play on these. You never know what's going to happen. I've had some interesting Snapchats from people. All right.
Hi John, huge fan. If you ever were to get a tattoo, what would it be?
That's one of 4 girls who watch my videos. Thank you for that. I would actually get a tramp stamp of the bat symbol on my lower back. No, I don't know. The thing about tattoos, I'm so anal retentive when it comes to little details. I just know whatever tattoo I got, I would notice every little flaw and imperfection in that tattoo, and it would drive me crazy to the point where I cut off my arm to get rid of it. I don't know. I really don't know. Would I get like movie related things? Maybe. I'm not quite sure. I know whatever I get, I wouldn't love a few years later, so that's why I can't get a tattoo. It would stress me out too much even going to get it. But I think tattoos look cool. I just don't know if I could look cool with tattoos.
Hey John, just curious, what's your favorite MCU movie? Hey John.
Favorite MCU movie right now? It might be Avengers: Infinity War. That honestly was one of my favorites. But I think overall, as far as like a narrative goes and a storytelling perspective, I might go with Captain America: Winter Soldier. I think that is probably the best told story so far in the MCU. So yeah, I'd probably go with that.
Who was your favourite Marvel character? And also, what music do you listen to? Like, what's your favourite music in genre? Mine personally is rock. My favourite band is Guns N' Roses.
That's a hairy chest, man. That's impressive. I wish I could grow a hairy chest like that. As far as like favorite character MCU, I don't know. Thanos. I always say it wrong. Thanos. Just a snap of your fingers and half of humanity's gone. Hopefully, it's the worst half. Does that sound weird? Yes, it does. But I love that character. I think I almost, in some ways, and it sounds bizarre and bad, but I kind of agree with his ideology to some extent. Um, because sacrifices have to be made. We are running out of resources. Water is running out. Give it 50 years, water will be the most precious commodity that we have. And yes, I completely went off the rails there with your question, didn't I? But right now Thanos is probably my favorite character. Beside him, I always really liked Captain America because I secretly want to be Captain America. Just give me some super soldier serum. I'll be jacked up and ready to go for the rest of my life. Favorite music? I like 1980s like synth electronic music. If you go to YouTube and type in like electronic synth music, you have like a playlist that goes on for 5 hours. I download those and listen to them. I also like metal music. I like Killswitch Engage, Five Finger Death Punch, Metallica, um, music like that. A lot of random bands I also listen to. So hope that answers your question. And speaking of dark and scary places, today's Q&A video is brought to you by Betterhelp.com/Flickinger. It's an online counseling service, so if you need somewhere to go to talk your problems out or just have your voice heard by someone, there's online counselors who are licensed that are ready to help you out. And I'll keep it real with you. Over the last 6 or 7 months, I've been a little bit down and out. Maybe, I guess, I hate to use the word depressed because I don't feel like I get to deserve to use that term, but so many life changes, financial life changes, moving, relationships, and just all that really takes a toll. And if you didn't know, BetterHelp.com is the fantastic place where you can go get affordable online private counseling and help. You can access it anytime from your phone, your desktop, your tablet, and you get access to a licensed, trained, experienced, and accredited psychologist. And it's so easy. You go to betterhelp.com/Flickinger, you fill out a short survey, and they match you up with a counselor. And you can start counseling today. And since working with BetterHelp.com, I've realized it's so easy to use. You go on there, you fill out a survey, and you're connected to a counselor who's accredited. And if you need someone to talk to, this might be the right option for you. So I'll put the link down below to betterhelp.com/Flickinger. It's affordable, it's cheaper than in-person counseling, and you can make it happen anytime that you have time to make it happen, because I don't want to drive somewhere and talk to someone. I want to do it laying in my bed on my phone. It's just so much more therapeutic and relaxing. So once again, all seriousness, if you need someone to talk to, this might be the right option for you. Link down below. All right, let's dive back into your questions. And the next one is...
Hey John, I was wondering, are you going to do a Star Wars The Last Jedi review?
Everyone wants that review. I want to do it. I started scripting out some notes for that. And then I realized, like, there's already 7,000 videos on YouTube talking about that movie and all of its shortcomings. So I honestly don't feel like I have a lot to add to that conversation. But possibly. I mean, at this point, it would make more sense to do it, like, around the time of the next Star Wars movie. But the more I watch that movie, the more I dislike it. I will say that.
Hey John, what is your grade for Thor Ragnarok, and what's your favorite scene from the movie?
Great for Thor Ragnarok. I forgot that movie existed, actually. That might be my top, like, 3 Marvel films. People asked earlier, but that might be one of the more rewatchable movies. Like, it gives me everything I want. I like the 80s throwback vibe with, like, electronic music in that movie. I would probably give that movie like an A minus. Just so enjoyable, so fun, so easy to watch. And what was the next part of that question? Oh, favorite scene. Yes. I like when Hulk jumps up at the end to Ragnarok and, like, wants to kill him, and then everyone's like, "No, Hulk, no! Hulk, smash!" So yeah, that scene towards the end of the movie.
Yo, John. Okay, so I just wanted to first say I love your videos. Second of all, why aren't you posting more, dude? Like, come on, man. Yo.
Yeah, you know, as far as not posting more, it goes back to where I was just talking about an online counseling service, to be honest with you. It's just, maybe a slight form of depression, not quite sure. I don't like to throw that word around, but, you know, you just get overwhelmed and you don't have the motivation to make a video. And I've said this once, and I'll say it once again. If I can't give you guys 155%, I don't push record on this camera. I only make videos when I truly feel like I want to make that video and I'm, like, energetic. And speaking of energy, hang on. So good. But the truth is, it's almost like I can't make videos when I'm feeling down and out, but at the same time, making videos makes me feel better. So whenever I make one video, it's like it's easier to make that next video and easier to make that next video. It's just taking that first step, which is the hardest. And I feel like there should be some kind of motivational meme or something happening right now, or talking about the first step, and it shows, like, you know, Neil Armstrong's foot touching the moon or something. Yeah, that's why I haven't been making a lot of videos. Just a lack of, like, creative life motivation. And that happens. But, you know, you just got to overcome it and go on with life. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm all good to go, and caffeine really helps.
Yo, John, gotta tell you something. You gotta see Mandy with Nicolas Cage.
I do want to see Mandy with Nicolas Cage. I actually might be watching that tonight. I think Stuckman's coming over. I'm going over there to watch Mandy. I'm excited. I just want to see Nicolas Cage and go on an LSD psychological trip. I can't wait to go for it.
Hi, I'm taking a shit right now. I'm a long-time viewer from Sweden. My name is Ludwig, and was wondering, I haven't even thought of a question really, but how big is your penis?
Oh yeah, I love my viewers. You guys are you're great. And hi, how's Sweden going for you?
Hello, John. My question for you is, what movie made you rethink your whole life? Thanks so much.
Show your face on camera. It's so much better. It's like I can look at you, you can look at me. It's so much more interactive. A movie that made me rethink my life. There's been multiple movies, and sometimes I might give you the cliche answer, but there's movies like the movie Nightcrawler. The movie Nightcrawler was about a guy who didn't really have direction, and then he found direction, and he went about it in all the wrong ways. But at the end of the movie, he's very successful, even though he broke all the rules and some laws. He found success. And I think that's a good motto to listen to in life.
Hi John, what's up? Quick question here. Is 4K Ultra HD worth it or no?
Yes, absolutely worth it. I mean, the resolution, the picture quality, the audio quality. If you have a 4K TV and like surround sound, that will be much more immersive than it originally was. Do I recommend it for every single movie that exists? No, but just those big movies that mean a lot to you, or with a big scope or an epic environment, because the visual, it's almost like you're there with the resolution. Like Gladiator on 4K, it's like watching a different movie. It really, and movies to me are like a cathartic, immersive experience. It's where I go to, well, I guess leave reality for a few hours, and the more clear that picture is, the more immersed I am into the story. It's just that simple. So, it's like this. It's like looking out your window at a beautiful view in a landscape, and if that window is smudged up with fingerprints, is that view as beautiful as it could be? No. So you get some Windex, you wipe it off, you look through the window, and it's crystal clear. That is like 4K. Yeah, I like that example.
All right, Johnny Boy. I'm sorry for calling you Johnny Boy just now.
It's okay.
What did you think of the Dark Phoenix trailer? I thought it was just kind of but what did you think?
I thought it was boring. It looks like it doesn't look real to me. It doesn't look like there's. It does. It makes you wonder how it got made, and it's really just Fox's last ditch effort attempt at using the X-Men property to poop out one more movie. I'm not interested in the Dark Phoenix. I don't care about that storyline. I never have. I thought we got enough of it in X-Men Last Stand, which was terrible. It was a terrible movie. The storyline was handled terribly, but I don't really want to see it again. And it almost looks, in one way or another, we've already got that storyline. It was done terribly in X-Men Last Stand, but we sort of already got it. I'd like to see something else. I'd like to see the X-Men in the 1990s wearing spandex and just going for it, and almost more like the animated cartoon show. I'm not excited for it. I'm really not. It doesn't. I'll go see the movie, but eh.
Hey John, it's Cesar from Patreon. My question to you was, do you think DreamWorks will ever top How to Train Your Dragon, and is it their masterpiece? Agree or disagree?
Cesar. I always call you Caesar on Patreon. It's because I can't read. But hey, man, thanks for being a Patreon supporter. It's nice to see your face. That's nice. Do I think How to Train Your Dragon is the best DreamWorks movie? It's one of the best. I actually think Shrek, the first Shrek film, is, I think, overall the best and the most timeless DreamWorks animated film. So I'd go with Shrek. Just the first one.
What are your thoughts on the Joaquin Phoenix Joker? Because, like, personally, I'm not feeling it.
Yeah, it's one of those things. The Joaquin Phoenix Joker film could be phenomenal. It could be, memorized. It could almost be what Wolverine was in the film Logan. If the Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie does something like that, if it's similar to Logan and gives me those feels and those emotions, and truly takes itself serious and goes beyond just a comic book movie, I'm gonna be blown away by it. But so far, I think Joaquin Phoenix is a great actor. I think he obviously read the script for the movie and saw something in it because he could pretty much make any movie that he wants to make as an actor. Um, but I'm not that excited about it, as excited as I want to be about it. And the makeup that he's wearing, it sort of looks like they obviously wanted to go a different route than what they did with Heath Ledger as, the Joker in The Dark Knight. But I wish Joaquin Phoenix looked like Heath Ledger's Joker in The Dark Knight. Like that look looks better than the one that he's pulling off here in this film. I think it does it take place in like the 1970s or the 1980s. It definitely looks like it from the set photos, but I guess only time will tell. I can't wait for a trailer to kind of get a tone of the movie, and I'm holding out hope that it's going to be phenomenal.
Serious question? Pancakes or waffles? Let's be honest here.
Neither. Absolutely neither. Here's a serious answer. French toast. Yeah. Pancakes, they're gross. They're fluffy. There's nothing there. They're just sponges. Waffles, the texture's all wrong. Don't be wrong. I'll eat a waffle over a pancake. But if I have my choice, French toast, delicious, flavorful. Oh, God, I want it right now.
Hey, John, did you play the new Spider-Man game, and what did you think about it?
I have not played the new Spider-Man game, and I don't even have a PS4 to play it. I did watch some of it. I went over to Stuckman's house, and he's like, he loves it. I watched some of the gameplay footage. It looks fun. It kind of reminded me of the game I used to play on Xbox 360 called Crackdown, where you're like this special agent and you have these superpowers and you can climb buildings in the city and you go around finding all these hidden orbs. I love it. So, but no, I haven't played it. So anyway, guys, I have more questions. Maybe I will save them for another Q&A video. And, but yeah, once again, thank you guys for all the great questions. Sorry for the blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Drink more caffeine, John, and learn how to talk. Okay, no edits. We don't need to edit. But in all seriousness, guys, thank you for all the great questions. Thanks for sticking around. And I hope you enjoyed the Q&A. And as always, leave your thoughts, your opinions down below in the comment section. Tell me your thoughts on some of the things we talked about today. I love reading your comments. As always, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.